Imagine you're standing face to face with your enemy, but instead of weapons or physical strength, all you have is stillness and intellect. Can you win without ever fighting a battle? Who could your enemy be? Someone trying to bring you down? Or perhaps the negative emotions pulling you under? Sometimes, your silence and calmness are the most powerful weapons you have. And when you don't react to provocation, when you stand firm, that's the true victory. So, how do you deal with an enemy without ever having to fight? The answer lies in the powerful strategies we're about to explore. These strategies not only lead to victories on the outside, but also help you build inner strength that no enemy can touch. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and together, we'll embark on a journey of wisdom, where you no longer have to worry about external enemies, but instead, you'll learn how to conquer yourself. 1. Stay calm. Hide your wounds. Imagine you're standing face to face with your enemy, and they're trying to provoke you. What will you do? Get angry, retaliate immediately, or simply stand in silence? Oh no, don't think that silence is a sign of weakness, because this silence is the most powerful weapon you can wield. What you need to understand is, when you don't react, you've already won. Seriously, no fighting, no arguing, just holding your mind steady. You've already won. So, what can you do to face your enemy without fighting? The answer is simple but incredibly powerful. Stay calm. You may not immediately see its power, but truly, when you stay calm in a tense situation, you not only protect yourself but also gain the upper hand. You don't let them see that you're hurt. You don't let them manipulate your emotions. Epictetus once said, "The one who masters himself can master the world." That's right. No external attack can harm us if we don't let it affect our mind. Wow, imagine this. If you master yourself, master your emotions, then who can attack you? Really, no one can harm you unless you allow them to. Can you feel this strength? It's not easy, but it's an extremely effective strategy. The feeling when your enemy tries to provoke you, but you don't react. It's like a winner who doesn't even need to raise a hand. A subtle victory. You've conquered yourself, and that's the ultimate victory. This is not something you can do halfway, but when you practice calmness, you won't face anxiety or fear. You'll see silence and control are the deadliest weapons in all battles. Think about it again. When someone frustrates you or criticizes you, instead of reacting immediately and letting them see that you're hurt, you just stop. Take a deep breath, feel the peace within, and don't let any negative emotions take over. You know what? In that moment, you're not just protecting yourself, but proving that you can't be defeated. You can't be shaken by any provocation. So, how can you actually maintain calmness in such stressful situations? This isn't easy, but it's a skill that can be trained. You can start with simple breathing exercises or even meditation. These techniques not only help you control your emotions, but also help you recharge, allowing you to see the problem more clearly, not swept away by emotions. Believe me, every time you maintain calmness in a tense situation, you're showing the world that you don't need to fight to win. You don't need to do anything. Your calmness has already proven the real strength. And when you truly master your emotions, you'll feel a sense of true power, strength, without ever having to fight. 2. Look your enemy in the eye. Use psychological strategy. Oh, have you ever thought that a gaze can be stronger than a punch? Really, not every confrontation requires physical strength. Just a steady, unwavering look, and you've made your enemy reconsider their actions. You might be thinking, how can just looking win? The answer is simple. Your gaze is the most powerful weapon you can possess in this psychological battle. Do you see it? When you look directly into their eyes, without avoiding or hesitating, you're sending an invisible but incredibly powerful message. I'm not afraid of you. Simple as that. But did you know that, To your enemy, this is a punch to their ego. They're expecting fear, expecting you to lower your head, expecting you to avoid their gaze. But instead, you confuse them. They don't get any reaction they want, and your confidence forces them to stop and ask themselves, what's going on? Think about it. When you maintain eye contact, you're telling them that you're completely unshaken. You're not easily defeated. A steady, powerful gaze can make your enemy feel like they've lost control, because they can't exploit any weaknesses from you. Right then, they start feeling uneasy. They start doubting themselves, and that's the victory right there. And don't forget, if you add a gentle smile, not one of mockery or contempt, but a confident smile, as if you're saying to them, I'm not afraid of you, I won't let you control me. Oh, that moment when you look them in the eye, smile, you'll feel that power rising within you. This not only makes your enemy step back, but also makes them start wondering if they're really facing someone formidable. I'm telling you, I've tried this many times and seen the clear effect. When you control your gaze, you control the situation. You don't need to shout. You don't need to make a scene. You just need a steady, unwavering gaze and that gentle smile. And you'll see, your confidence will make your enemy question if they're up against an unbreakable, invisible wall. So, when facing any enemy, whether in work or life, don't let them see fear in your eyes. Don't let them see you waver. Just keep that gaze steady and determined. Because when you do that, not only will you win in your enemy's heart, but you'll also win within yourself. 3. Connect with allies. Build a united front. Oh no! Do you really think you can fight alone, overcoming every challenge without anyone by your side? Have you ever wondered why successful people always seem to have powerful allies around them? Sure, you can go solo for a short while, but when it comes to a long battle, facing real challenges, you'll realize that no one can win alone. And here's the wisdom of the wise. Connecting with allies is the ultimate strategy to defeat your enemies without having to fight. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, the famous emperor and philosopher. Cooperation is a form of strength that no individual can possess alone. That's right. It's a reminder that strength doesn't just come from within. It also comes from the relationships you build. When you have allies, you have an invisible force, a solid shield to protect you from those who would tear you down. Imagine this. You're facing a tough challenge, and instead of fighting alone, you've got a whole team backing you up. Do you think your enemies will dare to face you now? No. They'll feel isolated and pressured by the unity and strength of you and your allies. This is the power of connection, and it's a strategy the wise understand well. When you cooperate with people who share your goals, you'll find that a single strong person isn't as powerful as a strong team. That's why you can't overlook building a strong community. Allies don't just support you in tough times, they also provide you with different perspectives. This way, you can make smarter decisions, not trapped in the narrow thinking of just one person. Your enemies won't stand a chance against a united front. They'll be weakened, not because you're stronger than them in physical power, but because you've got a solid team behind you. This team doesn't just help you face enemies, it also strengthens your mental fighting ability. When you know you have people who share your ideals and strategies, you'll never feel alone in the fight. So, what should you do? Never think you can do it all alone. Seek and maintain relationships with people who share your values and goals. Build trustworthy connections. Not only will you be stronger with allies, but you'll also be able to overcome any challenge without having to resort to force or direct confrontation. Always remember this. In life, you're never alone if you know how to create a united front. Allies are the key to winning without having to throw a punch. So, never underestimate the power of cooperation. 4. Build yourself instead of defeating your enemies. Oh no! Do you really think constantly fighting your enemies will help you win in life? Have you ever wondered why successful people don't bother with those who want to bring them down? The biggest secret isn't defeating others. It's focusing on building yourself. That's right. If you're constantly looking at your opponent, you'll never truly see yourself. So, why not focus on becoming the best version of yourself? Epictetus once said, "An enemy cannot defeat you if you do not allow them to." This isn't just a reminder, it's a life strategy. Think about it. Can you really let people's nasty words or dirty tricks knock you down? If you let them affect you, you've allowed them to win. But if you don't give them power over your life, they're just invisible ghosts. You may ask, so how can I win without fighting? The answer is simple. Build yourself. When you invest in yourself, your career, health, and positive relationships, not only do you create your own strength, but you also make your enemies step aside. And the weird part is, you don't even have to do anything. They'll automatically back off when they realize you're too busy to care about them. What's the reality? You can't keep fighting everyone around you forever. It just drains you, wasting energy on things that don't matter. But if you shift your focus to developing yourself, you'll see a huge change. You'll be stronger, more confident, and others will naturally look at you with admiration. And that's how you defeat your enemies without doing a thing. Imagine living your life with passion, clear goals, and a strong spirit. Your enemies may try to tear you down, but they won't be able to do anything when you're too strong. You won't need to argue or fight. They'll just fade into the background as you continue on your journey. So, are you ready? Ready to ignore your enemies, the lies, and the hatred? Ready to focus on yourself, on your growth, on the things you can do to live a meaningful life? The answer isn't fighting, it's building yourself. Because when you develop yourself, you've already defeated all your enemies. So remember this. Instead of using your energy fighting the negative things, invest in your own development. Don't let your enemies control your life. And the best part is, when you're truly living as your authentic self, your enemies will just be a faint memory of the past.